Hello, everyone, and welcome to Biz Blabbing with the Besties. Of course, you know I'm one half of the Biz Besties, Famira, the Diamond Diva, your visual impactologist, and I'm joined today by my bestie.
Ah, that was right. That was right. I'm down here today.
Down there.
Maybe we should do this all the time. Like maybe I should always be like at the bottom because that works. But hey, everybody, good afternoon. Welcome to the show. We are always like so excited, but I am M.E. Porter, Dr. M.E. Porter. I have to keep reminding myself to put that doctor in there. I am the soul shifter, your solution sage and truth extractor with just a little bit of marketing magic sprinkled on the top. And I am super, super excited about today's show. So yeah, let's get this thing going.
Awesome. Welcome, Asa.
Hi. How are you both?
We're doing wonderful.
We are phenomenal. We are awesome. I think one of the very last things that I saw of you, Asa, was you went to a 70s party, and I was like, that is quite an image to have in my head.
Yes, I did. We had a good fun. We had a lot of fun at that party.
Yeah, I was like, that is a look. I was born in the 69. So I lived through those 70s. So it was pretty cool. I was like, yep, that's exactly. I can remember like going to kindergarten on the first day looking just like that. Like I was about to go to the disco. But thank you so much. We're excited to have you with us today, and I have the awesome honor of getting this bio. I was reading this bio, and I had to like say this one thing like over and over and over again a few times because I was like, okay, I feel like I really need to get that. So let me just say it like over and over and over again. But anyway, you guys, we're so excited to have Asa with us today. He's I don't know if you follow him on any of the social media, but if you just check him out on Facebook, you get a really clear idea of who he is, because even though he just drops like little blurbs every now and then, Asa-isms, he always makes you think. So if you just follow him and just check out like his little six word sentences every now and then, you'll be like, oh, that made me think. So again, just welcome to the show. So for our audience, let me just tell you a little bit about him, just in case you're not following on Facebook or Twitter or what have you. So Asa Leveaux delights in the fact that he has learned to operate within his personal motto of possessing a joyous existence conceived by enlightened thought and achieved through love, passion, and wealth. I had to say that like 17 times. I love it, but I absolutely love it. I'm a words girl. So when I see some words put together really well, it like blows my mind. So that is phenomenal. I'm going to say that again, just in case somebody else needs to hear it like 17 times. Like I had to read it 17 times. Asa Leveaux delights in the fact that he has learned to operate within his personal motto of possessing a joyous existence conceived by enlightened thought and achieved through love, passion, and wealth. That is like, we need to Facebook drop the mic lady like on here. As a result of working with Asa, coaches, trainers, and entrepreneurs are guaranteed to receive a luxury level of accountability service for themselves and their clients as they innovate, learn, and grow. Asa serves the world through endeavors of love, passion, and wealth through being the Chief Strategy and Revenue Officer of Leveaux Group Incorporated and founder of Genius Academy. He is the author of I Am Man Enough, 365 Affirmations for Men, and is expected to release I Am Woman Enough in March. Asa often tells his audiences and clients that business is a necessity. Bliss is a luxury, and you deserve both. Now, I'm going to double back and say I believe that the book I Am Woman Enough did it come out yet? I thought so. I thought I had saw that. So that book is already out there, you guys. But anyway, welcome to the show, Asa. This is like like I said, I'm a words girl, so you already got my attention just with the bio. Thank you so much.
Thank you for that. It's kind of different when other people read your bio, so thank you for that. I've never had a bio read that way. So. Thank you.
His like the backdrop is like, I've never had my bio read by a crazy woman.
No, not at all. Not at all.
We can't hear you, Famira. We can't hear you.
Oh,
I mean,
probably
there you go.
Probably because I was on mute. Okay, so I had put myself on mute because I was typing to tweet this out, and I was like, I didn't want everybody to hear me pecking while you were reading the bio, and then I forgot to take it off. So anyway, hi. But no, I was just saying she's a lover of words, so she has a way with words. So even when she begins to read them, it does kind of show up different. But we're just gonna jump right in. So those that are familiar with our platform and our show know that we just have great candid conversation around business and entrepreneurship with our amazing guests that we have joining us. And so I do have to say, first and foremost, what actually definitely catch my attention in regards to your bio is the Genius Academy, right? And because so many people shy away from that word of genius, and of really wanting to own their genius and walk in it. Often even as entrepreneurs, we're like, I'm not an expert, wanting to downplay that. So the fact that you actually have the Genius Academy, of course, appeals to me. So would you tell people more about that, what that academy actually does and why you decided to name it that and just the whole story behind that?
Of course. And so I had started businesses since I was 22. I'm 32 now, so I've been a decade in the game with this. And when I first started out, I had no idea what I was doing. I did not have any level of support. So not just from family, but not from anyone. I didn't have a network of business owners that I could go to, call, see what if I was doing something wrong or incorrect, or just saying, you know what? Today was hard. Really, really hard. And I don't know what to do based on that next. And so I went through that time period and then dealing with people who had had all of the educational experience, but none of the practical experience of opening a business. So everyone telling me that my pricing was wrong, that my marketing strategy was wrong, who had never bought an ad themselves, who had never opened up a retail store in a mall, not a kiosk, an actual store, but never opened a daycare center, not a home, a center, someone who had never opened up a janitorial company, not just cleaned a house, but actually owned a company that actually, did service for large, like very large athletic facilities. So that was my introduction to business, was that I had no help. And then the help that I thought I had was all comparison based. And we all know that the thief of all joy is comparison. And so my joy was totally stolen from me. And I chose to allow that to happen because I felt that I was unworthy. I kept going back to the people who kept stealing the joy from me. So I had this limiting belief that I grew into. I didn't start out having a limiting belief about business. I was like, you know what? I saw my granddad had a hardware store. My mom had a daycare center. I'll just do it. I'll just do it. Yeah. And so I didn't come out thinking I couldn't. I grew into my limiting belief. And that limiting belief was that I wasn't good enough to even do this and that I was horrible at business. Because when you're talking about, when you're 22, 23 years old, and you're at your grandmother's house and you have this catalog of wares and you're excited, like, grandma, look, if I buy this figurine, it's only like $7. So I'm gonna sell it for $15. That's just practical knowledge. I'll just double it. And then your uncle coming in saying, "You are so greedy." I'm like, what do you mean I'm so greedy? Like, you are just so greedy. Like, what do you mean by that? You're making 100% profit off of those people. That's what's wrong with business people today. And it touched me and affected me in such a way that I lowered all my prices. Not knowing at all the difference between a profit margin and a percentage. I had no idea that you maybe need to get a profit margin calculator. You put 60% profit margin so that when it's time to do a sale, you still make good profit margin. I had no idea. I had no idea of that level of business acumen whatsoever. And so let's fast forward. I'm at a conference. A lot of us know who Lisa Nichols is. And so I'm at a Lisa Nichols conference, and she's telling us, some of you all have limiting beliefs. And at that time, I'm thinking, no, I'm dope. Like, I'm dope.
No.
I'm complete in my awesomeness. And no, I don't have a limiting belief. Then she started really getting into what that looks like and what it sounds like. And I was like, wow, I do have a limiting belief about myself in business. And she taught us how to take that limiting belief and make it into an affirmative thought. And she said, well, if you could take that one limiting belief and transform that one, what would that affirmation sound like for you? And I was like, and I sat for a minute, and the thing that resonated within my soul, the thing that made my heart stand on top of a mountain, that, you know what? I think over here that I am not good in business. But you know what? I really am a wealthy business genius.
Awesome.
And that was my affirmative thought. And it wasn't until 6 months later that I thought, you know what? What if other people want to be geniuses too? And that's where Genius Academy started.
Okay, I have a question to ask right here.
Okay.
My question is, why didn't you name it the Badass Academy? See, I pay attention.
Yeah. So for those of you who do not know, do not follow me on social media. Hashtag badass. That's a real life hashtag in my life. Because I honor the language that resonates with me, and I honor the language that resonates with people that I am meant to serve. Yeah. And being colorful in my language is something that I like. I like that. Because someone told me that I needed to be more real ones. I'm like, but no one wants to hear Asa for real. Not the real Asa. Not the one that's gonna like get in your stuff. Like that Asa. They're like, no, that's what we're waiting for. Because only you can play the role of Asa. All other roles are taken. I'm gonna need you to show up as your badass self. So that's what I have chosen to do. But no, I wasn't comfortable when I first started in this business to actually be me. And so no, I did not create that.
That's coming soon.
I know, right? You heard it here first. Badass Academy coming.
That is a possibility.
I was going to say Badass Bootcamp. Sounds
I like
Awesome. Well, we have lots of entrepreneurs on the show that are on right now, as well as watch the replay. And so and we get them in different stages. So we get newbie entrepreneurs that watch, we get seasoned entrepreneurs, sometimes that maybe get stuck or that just need, encouragement to keep going because they're trying to get to that next level. And so for me, it's always interesting to hear our guests share, what would they consider like their number one piece of advice that you would tell people that will help them continue to move forward and push through? Okay. I know it's a loaded question.
I'm just trying to think because I have a couple of things. The main thing, and I've been talking about this particular thing for I think the last 6 months, is the notion that your passion is your problem. Literally, your passion is your damn problem. What do I mean by that? You're putting on social media about no one supporting you and how people will support Kim Kardashian and will support Oprah Winfrey. Well, guess what? They're clear about who their target market and target audiences are. They have built their brand and they understand the four pillars of business, which is sales, marketing, operations, and finance. And now it's your turn to do your work. So the fact that no one supports you, that's your issue, not theirs.
Right.
And where's that mic? Where's
the Facebook lady with the mic?
I don't have no mic, but I'm gonna drop my lip gloss.
And I don't say that, and I know it stings. I know that stings a bit. Because my thing is, you want to assume and you want to expect that the people who birthed you, the people who had a hand in developing who you are, would look at your dream and regard your dream as if it was you. But what I'm going to need you to do is push ego aside and disassociate and disattach yourself from what you create. You are not the totality of what you have created. If I say I don't like your car, I'm not saying I don't like you. Yes. I'm saying I don't like the car.
Right. That's good.
And so I can support you, and I can have different levels of support with any endeavor that you are creating. And I often tell people, sometimes people say, hey, I bought a book from you, or hey, I bought a ticket for something you're going to be at. And I will say, thank you for that level of support. Because sometimes people are only comfortable in praying for you, sending good energy to you, waving to you, and actually speaking in public, inviting you over for dinner. There are different levels of support, and I'm just going to ask you to consider not to assume that their level of support needs to be what you assumed or expected it to be, because you made that shit up.
All right. Boom.
Look, can we call the lip gloss toss? I'm about to do
boom. Okay, you said that you had a few. That was a phenomenal one right there. But I mean, you might as well go ahead and grace us with, with whatever you got. You look, we here now. We here
now.
Right.
Okay, so I talked a little bit about, I just briefly touched on the 4 pillars of business. The 4 pillars of business really is something that I wish my business besties, all of them, knew. And it really is, sales, marketing, operations, finance. And if you understand those 4 pillars, you really will be instrumental in your business. Why? Because you will finally understand where you need to go in your business and to align certain activities. And so what does that look like? Well, sometimes you can be so everywhere, scattered in your thinking because you don't have a solid foundation. And so what that will look like is you will have a social media manager, you will have a Facebook ads manager, you will have a public relations person, and you're not realizing that all falls under marketing. And you're spending $500, $800, $1,200, $2,400 every single month in an effort to get all these pieces, and you're not even as concerned by the proof that you're presenting. You're not even concerned by the other 3 pillars. Like what's going on with your sales? What's going on with the operations? And operations is how are you running the business? And something else with those 4 pillars is something that I learned from a book called E-Myth Revisited.
Love that book.
And please, right? Please, if you have not read E-Myth Revisited, please, I'm literally begging you to please read that book. There's nothing like it. Especially if you are a coach, you will find out what coaching really can do if you can read that book. Because if your clients don't have that level of aha, You're doing it wrong, homie. You're just doing it wrong. So having agreements for all four of those pillars. So having a sales manager agreement already done and laid out what it takes to be in that operation, and you signing those agreements if you are in fact a solopreneur.
Yeah.
So you taking on those roles of all of those. Now, I will say this. Solopreneur. Okay. So you have to ask yourself, am I an entrepreneur or am I a freelancer?
Oh, he is dropping it.
And it's not. I'm not saying that in a way to have no chill. I'm not saying that to mic drop. I'm not saying that to cut you in your soul. I'm saying that to really ask the question.
But all that is happening. Mics are being dropped and souls are.
Yes.
All that.
Are you an entrepreneur or are you a freelancer? Now, let me tell you what that means so that you can become clear on your role. A freelancer is someone who they're good. Like, they don't want the corporate thing. They really do want to be in control of their day, how they make money, and that's great. However, they do not have the luxury of going to Brazil for 4 months, coming back, and there being money in the account if they did not work. That's usually what a sugar-coated definition of freelancer is, a solopreneur.
Right.
It makes it taste real good when you say it. And that's not necessarily the case. It's just not. Why? Because entrepreneurs deal in systems. That's all. And guess what? I'm going to take it at what I have found the easiest one. And I get it. There are varying ranges of easy. So I understand that too. So let's say books. Let's say you put a book out. And so for those of you who are wanting to do a book, yes, I'm going to drop some things, some tools and resources that are just going to be free right now. So if you want to do a book, you can use something called CreateSpace. Go to createspace.com and you can create a book yourself. And guess what? There are all kinds of books out there. And that whole little thing, that limiting belief in your head right now that you're saying, but Asa, it's not enough pages. But Asa, I didn't graduate high school. But Asa, I didn't graduate college. Yeah, stop making that shit up and publish the book. So, I said I was colorful with my language. I told you. So, go to createspace.com. Put the thing that you feel complete. I need you to upload it to CreateSpace. Create a free account and set it up. Go to canva.com or Fiverr to create yourself the cover of the book. Go to Bowker, BOWKER.com to get yourself the ISBN before you can let CreateSpace own your ISBN. I don't like people to pimp me, so I own all mine. So I don't allow CreateSpace to own my ISBNs, but if you so choose, that's a resource. If you just want to get it out there, and then allow CreateSpace to now have a book. And then if you want to take that same CreateSpace book and make it into an ebook, you go to something called KDP. What is it? KDP.com or KDP.amazon.com?
Amazon. I think it's Amazon.
Okay. So KDP is the Kindle Direct Publishing. That's what that KDP stands for. And you can make the ebook version of that. Now, you uploaded it. Now, a freelancer or a solopreneur, what they would do, they would get that book, order 100 copies, and put that sucker in the trunk or in the basement or in the garage. And it's literally just hustle books all day long. Now, mind you, that's a good way to get rent. Like, I am not above taking 100 books and going somewhere and making rent. Like, I will post a meme. I will create myself a meme on Word Swag and put that sucker out on Facebook at 7 o'clock in the morning and sell out of books and make rent by 8 o'clock at night. Believe me, I've done it. So I'm not against the hustle. However, if you want to create a system of doing things, then what that means is you need to go ahead and allow KDP or CreateSpace to sell those books for you. And so what do? You take all pillars of business to ensure that that book is being sold without your involvement while you are on vacation. I don't sell books really in that space like I used to, even though sometimes I really like it. Because I wake up like, you know what? I need a G today. Like, no, like seriously, I need a G. I need $1,000. I need a stack. Like tonight. How can I get this stack? And I'll go sell some books. So I'm not above it. However, but there is a system set up to the way that I can get recurring residual checks from Amazon from the book while I am away. And haven't told nobody about a book in 30 days because I'm working on something completely different. That's the difference between being a solopreneur / freelancer and being an entrepreneur. Having a system set up in place so that you don't have to worry or think about, well, you want to think about it every so often because you want to come back and supervise and refine the plan, but you don't have to do that every single day. Having something working for you, the same way you would have a rental property. My thing is, if I'm really an entrepreneur, if I'm really a business owner, and this is just me, this is no judgment, this is just me. Why am I calling or taking calls from the person who's renting my condo? There's a system that's being set up. I can pay 10% to the property management to take care of all of that and keep getting checks on the first. Well, actually the fifth. Because they got to get their money first. So why would I not allow that to happen? Why am I not allowing a system to be in place and just receive, email me the spreadsheet of all of the assets and liabilities or income coming in and being in expenses and sending that over to, the tax person, the accountant. You can create a system with all of it. And that's the difference between freelancing / solopreneurship and entrepreneurship. Just fix and work on the system. Just the same way a lot of us read in Rich Dad Poor Dad with Robert Kiyosaki about McDonald's having a system and how you can have this the same way you make that fry in Oklahoma, is the same way you make that fry in Jersey, is the same way you make that fry in Dubai, which is the same way you make that fry in France.
Right.
It's a system. And that goes back to which pillar? Operation.
Okay, I have a question. You just dropped some really, really, really great information. First of all, I'm totally tickled because I don't think we're ever this quiet on the show. But we're totally silent, so it's cracking me up because we're never quiet. But I actually, I have listened to you a few times on different platforms, and so I know if you've been telling the truth now. If you've been telling the truth, you actually have been at that rock bottom place. And so my question for you is, first of all, I'm a military brat and I'm married military and my daughter's a lieutenant in the Army and all of that. So I understand, I have a real passionate understanding of that transition, how that can be. But my question for you, so I just wanted to shout out, being a veteran, I wanted to shout that out. But my question for you is all of the nuggets that you just dropped, and a lot of that stuff was absolutely free. But my question for you is, knowing that, coming from that rock bottom place and really literally having to dig down so deep in yourself to begin to climb your way up, what would be the advice that you would give to somebody who is really in that rock bottom place and is like, yeah, Canva's free, and yeah, Create Space is free, and yeah, Words, all that stuff is free, but man, I don't even have the internet or the laptop, to go do any of that stuff. Like, what would be some rock bottom? Just give me some rock bottom advice for the people.
So if you are the way she just said, I'm going to hit you with this first. Excuses are the tools of the incompetent, used to build monuments of nothingness, and those that use them will rarely amount to be shit. I'm going to say that again. Excuses are the tools of the incompetent, used to build monuments of nothingness, and those that use them will rarely amount to be shit. All right. So I say that to say this. Everything you think can't happen, someone else is making happen with the resources that you're not taking advantage of. So you don't have a car. That means you get your behind on a bus. You don't have money for a bus. That means you to move your feet. If I can see you take advantage of certain things in your life, like, free before 11 at the club, or the Jordans that just came out, or making sure that you're at the Scandal watch party, and it's not at your house, I'm going to say that you're probably resourceful when you want to be. So I say all that to say this. If you want it, get it. You're talking to somebody who, while building a business, was taking a bus in Oklahoma City, which is not a good place for public transportation. Let me just be clear on that. Because all buses stop at 6:45 p.m. So I was taking a bus across town to work at a call center for William and Sonoma, and then taking the bus back downtown to be working at a valet at a hotel. Why? Because I was building Genius Academy. And how was I getting on the computer? Well, see, there's this thing called a public library. And I had to get a public library card, which is still relevant.
They do something.
Which is sometimes more valuable than your debit card, because there's only 18 cents on the debit card. I get that too. And then the EBT card, you don't get that until the 5th of next month, and it's already the 25th of this month. Yeah, I get that too. Been there, done that, swiped both. I've used the 18 cents on the debit card to fill up a whole tank of gas to go to a conference where I needed to get my breakthrough, because I knew that the car machine and the gas, they would just read it with money on it. They wouldn't read how much. I used that 18 cents to do what I needed to do so I can make 8,100. Right. Yeah, I've done that. So, excuses. They're just, if you want them, keep them. Keep them if you want them. They don't have to be real. You can do everything you want to do. And yeah, Canva is free. And Create Space is free. And MailChimp is free. And a lot of times, strikingly, which to build websites is free. And you can actually Google, like you need stock images, free stock image, and then put what you need, and it's free. Don't tell me what you can't do. I need you to find 100 reasons why you're going to do it. You find out 100 reasons why you're going to do it, I promise you, you'll do it. I promise you, you'll do it. And some of you are probably looking at these two women saying, but they on Blab, but they got their stuff together.
Blab is free.
Look at their earrings.
Yeah,
look at
we here.
Look at that apartment in the background. Look at her profile picture in the back. I ain't even got no headshot. I need you to stop. In the beginning of this, what did I say?
No comparison.
Thief of all joy. Stay in your lane. Build your lane. I can't be looking. I can't and I don't anymore. I can't look at Tony Robbins, Lisa Nichols, Damon Johns, Jonathan Sprinkles, Shay and Trevor. I can't look at any of those people and be like, they don't even know my struggle. They doing all this stuff and tell me I can do this. Well, my struggle is my struggle. My testimony is my testimony. And I need to stay in my lane and do what I need to do. Those people provide knowledge, resources, tools. Use them for that. If you could just every single week, just sign up for somebody's free telesummit, someone's free program. A lot of us have these things called magnets that we're giving you free resources. We'll tell you, we'll even give you meditation.
Right.
Like, literally, I did a whole 28-day meditation series with someone. Like, I did that. Woke up at 5 o'clock in the morning every single freaking morning to make sure that I spoke life into the people around the world that I knew were going to wake up on the wrong side of the bed. So I wanted to assist them on the right side of the bed. A lot of us, especially us three, I know for a fact, are making sure that we pour into your life. If you're not taking advantage of that and you're wanting to just sit into your story, fine. Then I'm going to allow you to get dressed up in your story, make your story look really, really cute, and be broke.
Right.
Yes.
At the end of the day, really, if you're not taking advantage of the things around you, I mean, ultimately, shame on you. I mean, because,
shame on you.
Because at the end of the day, a lot of people that are making moves, we still are investing in ourselves. I still will sign up for a free webinar.
Absolutely.
I still will get on somebody's mailing list that is going to teach me something that I know in order to grow in that area. So there's no excuse to ever stop. Like, there's so much knowledge and information out, and especially in this day and time right now, like, what are you talking about? Like,
yeah, it's out there.
There is no excuse, to not find out what you need to find out in order to move to the next level. So,
and with that, please don't chase celebrity.
Right.
Woo! Now, you know what? Now that right there, look, that's gonna make me run down to the church and get the mic off the pulpit and come back and drop it.
I am so serious. Please do not chase celebrity. So I've said, I've been an entrepreneur for over 10 years now. Please understand this, that I have been honored and blessed to be in spaces with the people who have made it.
Yes.
And I will tell you this, those situations were nothing like you think they were. They weren't them speaking life into me. They were the ones that were crying in their penthouse suites while I'm speaking life into them so that they can understand how badass they are. They can get their behinds back to the 20,000 people that are waiting for them so I can sell their stuff.
Yes.
That's what it looks like.
Yes.
It also looks like getting on the phone with them and realizing you don't know a damn.
Yes. Yes.
Like, you know nothing. You don't know about lead magnets. You don't know about advertising. You don't know about a sales cycle. You don't even know how to properly see your value so that you can sell at a greater profit margin. Like, y'all, I'm telling you what I know. You just think just because they're on a certain channel or they're on a certain morning show that they know stuff. No, they just have different access to things.
Yes.
But they don't know what they're doing. You can follow behind somebody who says they have a program, who says they have this now, who wants to take you on this journey, and there's no proof. They're celebrities, yes. And now, not every celebrity doesn't know anything. There are some out there because I've experienced that for myself. And there's even celebrities that don't even want you to reach their height because they feel that there's not enough room for them.
Now, you know what? That's like a Selah moment right there. Pause and think about that.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Like, we need to have a moment of silence over that word right there.
And I'm saying, and why am I saying that? I'm saying that because someone who was on Oprah twice, who was a New York Times best-selling author, told me on the phone that if I did not work with him, I would never be a best-selling author. He told me that.
Lies. I can't let this word to say.
And guess what? He's still on my mailing list, and every time I launch a best-selling, and put the proof, I send that out.
Yes.
He always wants to say, "Oh, we should talk." No, we should not talk anymore.
Yes. Well, look, I have another question. I'm like, Famira, do you have something to say?
I'm over.
Look, do you have something to say?
I'm over here. I'm over here typing this tweetable.
Yeah. Well, look, my question now is that you do something really well that I don't see many of us, meaning speakers, trainers, coaches, etc. You do something really well that I don't encounter many of us doing. And that is, brother, you know how to have fun. So I just want you to talk to the audience about the importance. How important is it for you to maintain your badassness, your genius? How important for you to be the best father to your SUN? How important is just really just getting out and having fun, just enjoying being, who God has created you to be? How important is that to the building of your empire?
Thank you for noticing that part. We ain't doing all this for nothing.
We ain't. I love it. We ain't.
like we're really not. Like, why would I sell books and be a bestseller and not dance about it? Who does that? Like, I'm not gonna be happy at all.
Right. Right. Exactly.
And my thing is, if you are in the space of teaching and training and development, you're making success look horrible.
Ooh, yes.
So you're grinding, and we know you're grinding because we see your grind, we see your posts and your struggle. And then when you get some level of making it, or you finally reach something that you can take off your vision board, you're not going to be excited about that. And so what are you teaching people? You're teaching people that you do all this stuff and there's no reward. You're going to do all of this and there's no self-care. You're going to do all of this and you should never go to the Bahamas. You just need to keep grinding. You should go to parties and look stank.
Right.
Like, no. And my thing is, that's how people always feel that coaches, authors, speakers, people that are in public they feel like we're fake.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're one person over here, then they see you at the golf challenge for Black Enterprise, and you are like swinging off a chandelier. Like, wait a minute, those two brands.
They don't go. They don't go.
Like, who is this person right now?
Right.
And I don't want that to be. I want you to expect me to have a drink when I'm in your presence. I want you to expect for me to go ham when I hear a song from anybody. Like anybody from Buju Banton to Cascade to John Legend to Anita Baker to Darius Rucker.
Yes.
I mean, like, I want you to know that Asa, if he's hear the music, like, where is Asa? Like, Asa's in the building. Because I just want that. I think you should show people your humanity.
Yes.
Because a lot of us, are following people that we don't even realize are human. We know they have wonderful things to say, but we don't know anything. We don't know how to connect heart to heart, soul to soul to people. We don't even know what makes them smile. We don't even smile at people. What is that about?
Right.
Your humanity is very crucial and instrumental to you in your business. Mm-hmm. And I don't care if you're an entrepreneur, mogul, solopreneur, freelancer, whatever. It's crucial to your business to let people know who you are and that you are someone that is multifaceted. Because people will actually connect with you the way you wish to connect. And also, when you do that, I have learned that I don't have to associate with people who don't fit my way of being. So I'm never referred to anybody who doesn't have a good time anymore. I'm never referred to anybody who has a problem with me using colorful language. Like, I'm not, because my identity and my brand and my humanity are all one. I've heard someone say, your website is not your brand, your smile is.
Yeah.
Literally, your smile is your brand. But how often do people see that side of you? And sometimes people just need to hear your story. People need to know that, you know what, it wasn't always like this. Please don't let that headshot fool you.
Yeah.
Like, don't let that foot kick.
Yes.
Foot kick pose.
Absolutely.
Like, it wasn't always like that. So yes, Genius Academy is real. Yes, the Leveaux group is real. Yes, 5 books released, real. Yes, 2 bestsellers, real. Yes, veteran stuff, Bronze Star, 4 deployments, having a little boy who's doing really well, all good. And then, there are those moments when EBT was real. Those are moments when I really did sleep in the parking lot of a hostel because I couldn't afford the $30 to sleep inside. Yes, I could not see my son because my ex-wife felt I wasn't good enough as a dad to even be in my son's life. Yes, Christmas came because my mama made it happen and told everybody, look what Asa got, a diamond.
That's right.
Yeah. No one talks about those moments because in those moments, it's when I think the business makes sense.
Yes.
And what you do in the business. So when I'm teaching something on a Genius Academy platform or someone else's platform, and I'm talking about being accountable, having a high level of accountability in your business, I'm not saying that just say it because it sounds good. No, someone had to keep me accountable. Someone had to say, Asa, right now you're being trifling.
I know that's right.
Right now, guess what? You suck. Yeah, you're not a badass right now. You suck. And I'm going to need you to self-manage and get that together.
Right.
But somebody had to get in my ass and get in my behind and say those things. And I'm not above doing that for anybody else with grace and ease and love.
Amen.
Right. That's what
And actually,
is best.
Amen.
And at this juncture, I don't even, but I don't do it unless I'm asked. I don't.
Yes,
walk
you have to be invited.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's it. That's a conversation you need to be invited to. You just don't walk around talking shit about people.
That's right. That's right. You have to be invited there.
And because my thing also is we're all at different stages. If you would have saw me in 2011, let me just say, it don't look nothing like 2016. But if you talk to noise about me in 2011, don't even think about stepping to me in 2016.
All right. That is what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. I'm not gonna ask the question. I'm gonna let you have a question. I'm just chill. I'm just gonna chill.
And this is what is so hilarious, right? So if you go back and watch like any of our other shows, right? I'm normally the one that's asking all the questions, right? And she may sprinkle, commentary or, jump into the conversation, but I'm usually the one that's asking the questions. And so it's hilarious. Like, it's tickling me that she's like, and I'm just like super quiet because I'm just like over here, like, I just got to type all this stuff up though. It's like so much good stuff to type up.
Well, for me, people just gotta be, okay. I don't know if I should say this because then other people might be like, no, we're not coming on your show because you said people are fake. But
if they feel so concerned not to come because you say people are fake, then they fake.
But like seriously speaking, just for who I am and just for the space that I stand in the world, I'm so not impressed with nonsense. I'm just not impressed with nonsense. And so when people come, it's not that what they're saying business-wise is not relevant. I respect, everyone's brand of knowledge, but I'm gonna need you to like be like who you really are for me to feel like, okay, I want to engage with this person. And so normally I'm quiet, not because they're ignorant on their business, but because I don't really know if that's who you are. And so I don't want to have a conversation with you on here that looks one way, and then we meet up at an event and I'm like, wait a minute. So I felt like about 5 minutes in, I felt like, okay, if I run into Asa, this is really who he's going to be. So yeah, brother, let's talk. So that's just kind of, so I'm not saying other people have been fake. I'm just saying people show up with their representative. I don't need to see your representative. Leave the representative for your photographers and all that. Show up here. Show up in M.E. Porter's presence. Okay. Dr. M.E. Porter's presence. I have to keep reminding myself. Show up in my presence is who you really are, and we can vibe. That's all I'm saying.
And I'm going to say people are fake.
He said it, not me. Y'all come back to the show.
But going back to something that Asa was saying earlier on the fact of showing all of the story is that I often always say, people say, this entrepreneur walk is not sexy. Like people be thinking because it's dressed up. No, you saw the ballroom version, but you didn't see, the backwoods version or the late nights and the crying and the, falling asleep in front of the computer because you trying to get stuff done, and there's no one to help you. It's only you. And so often I feel like even sometimes, and I'm going to say this because, we just keep it real here. I feel like sometimes people tell the story not from the place of really wanting people to see the realness of the journey, but from the place of let me build up the climax of I made it. Right. You know what I'm saying? Where it's more, the story is definitely more about the strategy than the humanity of saying that this is just real life and this is what happened. And if I can make it, you can make it. Right. It's more about, oh, well, this story seemed real sad compared to where I'm at now. So let me, expand this downside of the story to make you be like, oh,
and there's a place for both, right? There's a place for both. I get that there's a place for both, but I just think when you come to the table for conversation, like, can I just get the real? Can I just get the real? I mean, because we're all business people and we all understand that people spend their money out of emotion. You know what I mean? Right. So there's a place for both. But I appreciate the fact that you came and showed up as exactly the image that I have in my head of the 70s party.
And for me, it's the Halloween party. Yes, in the steampunk purple.
Oh yeah,
loved it.
I forgot about that.
Loved it.
I'm gonna be the Mad Hatter this year though.
Oh, awesome. Love it.
Well, we have very eloquently come up on the top of the hour. Oh my goodness. Okay, I feel like I want to go back and read that one sentence again. Can I just read that one sentence again? Asa Leveaux delights in the fact that he has learned to operate within his personal model of possessing a joyous existence conceived by enlightened thought and achieved through love, passion, and wealth. I love it. I love it. I absolutely love that line.
But what is so wonderful too about that is that exact line has been displayed here today on the show. And that's the realness that we're talking about. Like, when you can see someone's bio actually come to life in the conversation, and it's not just some, all those words as Emmy.
All those words.
As Emmy always, like, really did it take all those words? But when you can see that all those words really have life, definitely makes the difference. So this has been awesome. But before, because we are like, I think maybe we may have had maybe one or two shows where it's like, oh my God, we only got 4 minutes left. Hurry up and say who you are and where we can find you.
I know we're usually like struggling to try to stretch it.
She need to stop. Ain't nobody look, and this will be our last episode. No, just no, but we want you to tell people what you have coming up and how they can stay connected with you. And so if they're not connected with you on social media, how they can do that and all those great things.
Of course. And so a good way really is to, you put Asa Leveaux, and that's ASALEVEAUX for all the veterans. That's Alpha Sierra Alpha Lima Echo Victor Echo Alpha Uniform X-ray. So you can put that in a Google search. You can put that on any social media platform and find me, from Facebook to Pinterest to Tumblr to Snapchat. Like, it does not matter. I'm there. Wherever you are, I need to be. So asaleveaux.com is a great place to start. You can find books there. You can find future events there. We have the Woman Enough book release affair is happening this Sunday, April 3rd, 2016, the downtown Sheraton in Oklahoma City. For more information, you can call 405-652-1191. For those interested in Genius Academy, 855-GENIUS. Just call 855-GENIUS. Call 855-GENIUS. Because we have now launched our entrepreneur playbook within Genius Academy. And instead of paying $1,000, instead of paying $20,000, it's a monthly subscription of $25, and you get a new course every month for $25.
Awesome, awesome. So yet again, excuses. Oh, no. Because if you can't get out there and make and piece together $25 to get one class, get one class that's going to show you how to make some more money so that you go for the next class, like let's go.
And the course that comes out this week is the sales course.
Hey, all right. Well, this has been a wonderful conversation. Awesome blab. And so I'm so glad that you took the time to come sit with us. ME and I are always are very grateful to our guests that do come, because we do recognize that time is money. And, you know, and at the same time, you know, when you are walking in purpose and doing things, like an hour to, you know, it's really like serious time, you know, to be, you know, dedicated to have this conversation. So we don't take it for granted. We don't take it lightly. We appreciate you for being here with us on today.
And thank you guys for having me. And this hour was not deemed insignificant or a waste of my time at all. I enjoyed myself. I would actually ask that anyone who feels as though they are someone of value in the business space, as far as teaching, training, and developing, that they make sure they come here with you all to talk. Because if they can't do this well, they should probably go back and learn some more.
Boom!
Hey, good night, everyone.
We didn't pay him for that, y'all. That was just
and good night. Like Russell Simmons, and God bless you, and good night.
But thank you so much. Thank you so much. I honestly, because I am just honest, I honestly didn't know what to expect from a dialogue perspective. But like I said, you showed up as exactly who I thought you would be. As it pertained to business, and your personality shone through. And I hope that you feel the same way. I hope that you don't feel like you've been sitting up here talking to two like fake Barbie chicks, that like this is really who we are. So thank you so much. Much love, much respect. And I just look forward to seeing you, you know, move into those spaces that there aren't many powerful, inspirational, transformational Black men standing in. I look forward to seeing you move into those places.
Thank you.
Yes. And so with that, you all, we're gonna close out. Of course, you know, you can stay in contact with M.E. Porter at www.marilynneporter.com, and you can stay connected with me at my website, www.marilynneporter.com. Famira, F as in fabulous, AMIRA, green just like the color.com. And we'll be back again next week with another awesome guest on Biz Blabbing with the Besties. Again, so see you all next week, 12 p.m. Eastern, high noon. We'll be in the same place, same spot.
High noon. Bye, you guys.
Until next time.